Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. It's Thursday night. That means one thing. It's NFL football, regardless if it's in season or out of season. We're going to be here with you, talking football, looking at stats, digging into all of it. Welcome in. A lot of friends coming in early. Francisco and Nick, welcome in. Andrew, good to see you. Myers and the Mouse is in the house tonight with us in the dais. I'm really excited about that. Good to see you, Jesse. Welcome, everybody. Let's have some fun. Let's get things rolling. Just a reminder, this is how we're going to roll here on the channel. This will be the way you're going to be seeing us set up here. Myers and the Mouse in the middle. Dole Whip Dad coming in retro, bringing it right to you from the bottom of the screen. The Huddle Vision will be up top. Next to me will be our special guest of the night, always joining in. What's up, Shady Holmes? Welcome in. JC, Skipper, Brian, KK, welcome in. All these good friends are going to be here. And, of course, some point along the way, we will have a Fitz Magic Audible called in. I can't wait. Bringing my guest in tonight, but before I do that, I got to bring in my co-broadcasters for the evening. Myers and the Mouse, that's his logo. Dole Whip Dad, he stole that from somewhere. I'm not sure where. It looks good, though. It looks good. Welcome in, gentlemen. It's great to see you. We're coming in. We're getting ready to kick and fire up these TVs. How's things in your life, Kelly? Good to see you. Welcome back for a week off of activity. We're glad you're back.
Week off. I like that. That's funny. It's good to be here. Good to see you, gentlemen, both of you.
Glad you're
good
here.
to be seen and glad to see you.
Jeff, things good with you? Kelly's
Yeah.
back. You said if he should, and I quote last week, if he's scared, he should just say he's scared. And
that does feel like something I might have said. I don't remember that, but I believe you.
He didn't say that though.
You know, I'm winning already because I've got the coolest TV, right? So 1 point for me already.
He's got the digital screen. He's got the modern.
Mine. I think mine looks cool.
Okay. I mean, I can get. You know, I can go retro.
I guarantee Starsky and Hutch look good on that TV. So
it's a possible thing. So I think first what we should do, guys, is jump in. There's been before we bring our guest on, let's jump in. There's been a ton of alerts that have come out over the last 72 to 96 hours, and I wanted to highlight them and then kind of at the end get your guys' opinion. So let's run through these real quick and see what we got here. Alerts. We got alerts. Mike Williams extended his contract with the Chargers. Alert. What is this, a Jeff show? Dalton Schultz has got the franchise tag down with the boys. You got Gesicki. He's got the franchise tag down with the Dolphins. A lot of franchise tags went out this week. Orlando Brown, the Chiefs said, hey, we can't sign him. We're going to franchise tag him. He ain't getting away. It's a good move. You got Jesse Bates. That's a good move out there in Cincy.
And a good last name.
He's got good hands too. That's another good thing that he's got.
He's a stud.
He's very good. Najuko, Cleveland says you're not going anywhere. We're going to put the tag on you and keep you here with us. Harold Landry, I think underrated in his positions. The Titans are now extending him out. It's a good move by them, I think, there to get him on board. Bobby Wagner has been released. He's been a heart and soul of your Seattle Seahawks for quite some time. They have cut ties with him and moved along. Franchise tag put on Davante Adams. Did you not know that was going to happen? Come on. The minute Rodgers came back, there's no way they were letting Adams just get out of the house that easy. And the other one that just came out recently was Chris Godwin got tagged down by the Bucs. So I'll start with Jeff. Looking at that list, got to make you excited because a couple people on your team are coming back. But what jumps out at you?
Well, I was surprised about Dalton Schultz. I probably wasn't paying attention to who I would have thought it was going to be. Had a big year, but, not a huge, I don't know. It surprised me in Cowboy Land that it was Schultz. Godwin made sense, second year in a row. I mean, some of those names weren't too big of a surprise. It's an interesting thing that the NFL does with that franchise tag. I don't know that I love it as a fan of the players, but I like it when the players get to stay where we want them to stay. So as a fan, I love it. As a fan of the players, I kind of feel bad for them.
Okay. Kelly, you got big Orlando Brown holding down your line, but there's a lot of action in the league. What jumps out at you over there?
The fact that Jeff got to keep those two players.
Yeah, that was.
That's what jumps out to me the most. I mean, I'm happy about Brown, but
yeah, some interesting factors all the way around there. We'll see where Bobby Wagner ends up. He's a veteran at the back end of his career. Don't know.
I'd take him. I would take him. I think you'd be a good athlete on the field and a great guy to have for my young DBs. It makes a lot of sense. Any team would be lucky to have him, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I got to agree with that. Michaela, welcome in, Michaela Estevez. Good to see you. JD Lane, welcome in. Ian, welcome in. Well, let's bring in our co-support for the night. If you're new to this channel, down below me is Dole Whip Dad, and right to the middle of the package there, in the middle of the shady screen there, that's Myers in the
Is that
Mouth.
the athletic supporter spot
Yes,
up there?
absolutely. These gentlemen started this show with me, and they are the keys to this. They are right there, my quarterback. That's my running back to do the show. But every week we try to bring in a great wide receiver to make the team perfect. And this week we've gone out and brought in Dave of Brandy and Dave. David, welcome in. Good to see you.
I run a 6'8" 40. So this may be the slowest wide receiver core that you have.
Well, I'm not worried about that because I'm pretty sure you're still faster than me. That works all the way over. If you don't know Dave, Dave has a channel with he and his wife. It's Brandy and Dave. A lot of Disney magic over there, some gaming stuff. Dave's big over on Twitch doing gaming and all. His links will be dropped into the chat throughout the night along with my co-broadcasters, so you can catch up with them all the way around. We're going to talk some football tonight. So, guys, let's get right into this thing and talk about it here. Let's talk about topic one. Let me start out by saying first.
Can I weigh in real quick and just say there were several.
I'm not weighing in. I'm definitely not weighing in.
There were several Penn Staters that got the franchise tag, and the one that surprises the ever loving heck out of me is the fact that Jasicki got it.
Oh, didn't think that was going to happen, huh, Dave?
Huh?
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, he's an athlete, always was. But I don't is he worthy of an average of the top 5 salaries at tight end? I don't know, but that's my take.
I think that's an excellent point. Actually, that surprises me.
Yeah, that's
no is
love him to death. Dude once. Okay, so have you guys ever, as a kid, been running and you like jumped over a pole and pushed your hands down and like jumped over it and like spread your legs and leapt over it? He did that to Trace McSorley in the end zone.
Ooh, yeah.
For a touchdown celebration.
Wow.
Okay, that's it.
And don't get me wrong, Trace McSorley was like a whopping 4'8", but still, it was kind of impressive. Kids got some ups. At any rate, I'll shut up, P. I'm sorry.
I love that. You're good. Welcome in.
If you shut up, it's going to be a rough show. Please don't shut up.
Jeff, your mom's watching.
I was going to say my mommy's in the chat. I sent her a link. I don't know. She's not the biggest football fan, but she sent me a text, so I did. So everybody be nice to my mom.
The good thing is it'll keep you in check.
Hi, Mom.
So that's a good thing. All right, so tonight we're going to talk with the first 6, 7, 8 topics in there. We're going to talk about some of the top 5 in their position. Now tonight we're just going to highlight these gentlemen could be in any order. We're not saying this is 1 through 5. We're saying these are some of the top 5 that you should keep your eye on with the draft. I mean, we'll dig more into it on a full draft night, but there was a lot of activity going on with the combines going on. I thought this was a good time to just look at a couple of positions, get the guys to give a little bit of a feel. We're going to start out, and I use Bucky Brooks. I use Bucky Brooks across the line. Bucky Brooks works with the NFL Network. He does a consistent job from what I've seen, and I wanted similar notations from one person. So we're going to use Bucky tonight. Hats off to Bucky Brooks. Thank you, buddy. Let's talk top 5 first. We'll start down with Dole Whip Dad. These are edge rushers. First guy's got the best name in the world. Sauce Gardner, love it. Anybody that's going to be called Sauce, I'm in on it. Andrew Booth, Stingley, McDuffie, and McCreary. You got guys there from all over. What are you thinking there as you look at that top 5, Jeff?
I think they're cornerbacks. Those are cornerbacks.
Cornerbacks, yes.
And Sauce Gardner, I like this name, so I'm jealous. I don't get jealous. I am jealous of this guy's nickname. I want to be Sauce. Can you please call me Sauce? I feel like I'm Flo on that Progressive commercial now. Can I be Sauce, please? Derek Stingley, though.
I will call you Sauce Jeffy the rest of the night.
But
there you go.
Mom.
Thank you, Kelly.
I'm not even going there. Mom knows what I'm about to say, but I'm not gonna say. But for me, obviously Gardner's the name, but Derek Stingley, I watched some video. I mentioned this on my show last night. This kid, there's video of this kid in practice against Jamar Chase. Now we all love Jamar Chase.
Right.
And he was absolutely shutting the man down.
Ooh,
I want him on my team. So Sauce Gardner, great player, great name. Derek Stingley, though, I want him. I want him on my team.
Okay. Kelly, anything?
Sweet sour sauce, this Gene. I love it.
So
Thank you, G.
we're gonna make Jeff even more jealous because he's gonna go to the Chiefs because he wants to go to a Super Bowl in the next 10 years. So
I thought there was gonna be a bacon joke. That was You're just mean now. That's mean.
I know Sauce, man, all over that. Somebody's going to get a great deal on that kid right there.
Yeah, and he'll probably go, I would say. Well, this year looks like right now everything that they're saying is looking to be a defensive heavy draft in the top early part of it.
Yeah.
That's the early word
Top
of
10
it.
for
So this, you could see Sauce Gardner going early. Dave, Pittsburgh Steelers are known for their defense.
Right.
Good corner. You got some good corners here. You guys got some corners getting up in age. Not going to be a bad guy.
So the only one on the top 5 list that I got to watch was McCreary out of Auburn versus Jahan Dotson, who is the best wide receiver in the world ever. So I'm just saying. But no. But I got to watch McCreary against Dotson when they played Penn State. It was early in the season, obviously, but kid plays well as a shutdown corner. I'd like to see him in black and gold. Might be a steal. I don't know.
Might be a steal.
We'll see.
I like it.
But
okay, I like it.
It's solid. And Jeff, I will not call you Sauce.
Okay, so we've got that. We've got that
You
all
will.
quantified.
Take one.
Welcome in,
Got that
Ken, the
figured out.
content coach. Ken actually signed the deal with me today. Ken will be coming on, much like Dave, in the future with us. So look for more coming from Ken, the content coach.
Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Good.
We
Good,
locked up
Hey,
a
Ken.
day, and it's gonna be good. We got some good people coming with us on the day. So let's jump to another position here. The first couple topics will be this is where it's happening. Edge rushers. It looks to me like Aiden is going to stay in Detroit as they are talking heavy about this kid all up there. I don't know if that's the truth or not. We'll see. But you got Hutchinson, Thibodeau, a monster out in Oregon before he got hurt. He was hurt part of the season this year. That kid is just sick. I'd love to have him. I don't know as much about Karfalatis. I can't even say it. I think I'm saying it wrong. Out of Purdue, spoken of very highly. You got another Michigan guy in there. Michigan was flaunting talent this year on defense, and then Jermaine Johnson coming to you there. We'll start with Kelly on this one. Kelly, what are you looking at there? Just that's 5. There might be others.
So I don't even know who Galifianakis is there. So, but
Thibodeau. No Galifianakis on the list. That's good.
Thibodeau. Now that person is, I think that's going to be one of your top draft picks of the 2022 season right there. That's the guy that you need to get.
He can flat out fly. He's quick.
Yeah,
quicker than
that's I consider him to be probably one of the top 3 out of the whole NFL 2022 pick.
Wow. And Detroit's got an early pick, and they're talking Hutchinson staying in that state because they want him. I watched Hutchinson this year with Michigan. He was impressive. Jeff, did you get to see any little bit of Thibodeau, Hutchinson, or any of the boys here?
Yeah, I think that one of the first mocks I saw had Hutchinson 1 and Thibodeau 3. The one I've got in front of me has got Thibodeau 9 staying in Seattle. But I think Hutchinson might go to Jacksonville. It might be the first pick of the whole dang draft. The guy's a stud. So I don't know. It's so early and things are going to change, but I have not seen Hutchinson and Thibodeau not in the top 10 consistently. So that's a pretty freaking amazing position to get that high at edge, because most edge rookies don't, they're not getting double-digit sacks as a rookie. These two, they might.
That's true. Dave, you got to unfortunately have your boys from Penn State face Michigan, and you got to see Hutchinson and Ojabo right up front. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I was sitting on the monorail watching the end of that game, so I really don't want to talk about it. But you got 3. You got 3 of these top 5 out of the Big Ten, which makes a lot of sense. The boys from Michigan they played extremely well together. Hutchinson's gonna go early. If they like him in Detroit, stays in Michigan, hometown boy. You know how all that goes. We'll talk about that again, I'm assuming, here later on in this list. But Hutchinson and Ojabo were solid, and I was actually looking it up because I'm pretty sure Galifianakis was a pain in the arse this year in general.
Galifianakis, in
yeah.
between two ferns, different guy,
Yeah.
but
Right.
Well, we'll see what he does.
Carpal, whatever.
That'll be interesting. All right, let's jump down here and let's see what we got going over here. We're dropping down to defensive tackles. Defensive tackles. Maybe the biggest monster in this whole draft comes from this position in Jordan Davis out of Georgia. I have yet to see, sorry, Jeff, this big man can run. It shows that big guys can move. He can do it. DeMarvin Leal, coming out of A&M, was impressive this year. I don't know much about Logan Hall. I've read good things about him. I didn't get to see Houston play this year. Wyatt, solid. Again, 2 Georgia players, SEC represented, and then Travis Jones. We'll start this one with Jeff. We'll go back and forth here. Jeff, we'll start with you. What do you think?
I think for this draft, I think the edge rushers outshine the interior linemen. I think that the interior linemen, I'm looking at my list here at the top 12 picks laying here. I think all the defensive linemen that are go early this year are going to be on the edge that we just talked about. I'm not saying these guys aren't going to have a place in the NFL, but I don't think they're going to go that high. I'm scrolling down in my top 20, 25, and none of them are interior linemen. So I guess if it's a big need for your team, but I'm always been a big, go for the best player you can get in the draft kind of guy. And
yeah,
I don't think any of these guys are going to be in the top 10 or 15, to be very honest.
Okay. Need plays into it. I'll agree with you there. Kelly, anybody jump off the table? This kid
or maybe Neil.
This kid Nate. Ridiculous.
Who?
Davis from Georgia.
Davis? Yeah, that's the guy that jumps out to me the most. He's from Georgia. Yeah. I would say that would be my pick.
And it shows why.
Not just because he's the top 5 here, but in general. When you're looking at defensive tackles.
Absolutely. Welcome in, Hatbox.
Where's our Georgia fans and shit?
Hatbox.
That is crazy. Look at that. 2 Georgia in the top 5. 2 Georgia. That's where's Sanidad? Here. That's insane. I didn't even
Devontae
see
Wyatt.
That. It's impressive. Dave, what do you think? SEC running the bucket here. At least A&M.
Obviously Georgia played so well this year. It's a shame that it went down at the end of the year the way that it did. But Davis, big man in the center, can probably hold down that big nose tackle position. Dude always had, even though the stat line wasn't there, dude always had impact in whatever game it was, whether it was taking up 2 blockers, which is kind of the point of an interior defensive lineman. So solid dude should probably go early. Not sure how early. I agree with the edge rushers are always the thing. They have been for a long time. But if you look at the long-term effects of a defensive tackle draft early in the defensive tackle position draft early in the draft, the bigger what's a nice way to say this? Dudes who take up more than one dude. People that cause problems but don't hit the stat line. Who's the dude from the Packers that I can't think of right now?
I'll tell you who this guy reminds me of. You'll probably say, "Oh yeah, I can get that." And welcome in Francisco. He reminds me a lot of Nada. Nada for me for the
Yep.
I was stop the run.
I really don't know why I didn't go to Nada as the comparison, but I was thinking of the kid from Green Bay that gave the Steelers such a. Nada gave the Steelers. It was that.
Was it Clark?
No.
I don't know, but Nada was always a thorn in the side of the Steelers, so that's a good enough reference.
Can throw up a good point there. Georgia had 14, 15 players in draft. Easily this year they're going to have that. It's loaded with Georgia players as we go through here. We'll jump down to some Kelly's one to start out here. We're going to jump in here to a great topic. This is your linebackers coming in. Linebackers. Now, I saw this kid Lloyd out of Utah myself when I watched the bowl game. His first step is lightning quick. Dean down in Georgia, again, another Georgia player. Look at the SEC lighting this up. Christian Harris for Alabama. DeMonte Clark, who gets that. They're talking about this kid can just flat out move. And Muma, I don't know much about Muma down with SMU. I didn't see him much. But Kelly, anybody jumping out just out of those top 5 for Bucky Brooks?
I want to know where JoJo is from Nebraska.
Ooh, great call. Yeah.
I want to know where he's at. Why isn't he on this top 5 list?
That's a great call.
Just asking. I mean, yeah, the Lloyd, yeah, screaming. Great. Dean, great. Where's JoJo?
Yeah.
From Nebraska. I want to know where that is. So
and I guess that's a great point because these players can all, I mean, any one of these players could be the number 1 guy in that position to go. Anyone could be the 4 or 5, you know. Brandy and Dave put up a great comment. The Steelers could use all these guys. I agree with that, Dave. You know.
I didn't put that up, but I would agree wholeheartedly.
Okay. So
we have what's called a not defense, a porous defense. Let's use big
Porous
words.
defense. Nice.
Ken asked, are you thinking of Gary or Campbell for the Packers for the run stopping reference?
Mike Campbell, 100%.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
2000 whatever Super Bowl the Steelers lost. The only one that they lost, FYI.
Jeff, what do you got? Linebackers.
You know, honestly,
you like them?
So you got Lloyd on top with Utah, and then you got another 3 SEC guys. And I'm just sitting here in awe and amazement. I mean, the SEC might have a division that's as good as, you know, the NFC Central if A-Rod left or something. I mean, that's nuts. But I don't know. I'm vaguely aware of these guys. I think it's probably because I don't look at linebackers as a top of the first round kind of choice usually. That's weird for me to say because I'm a Cowboys fan, and boy, do we hit the lottery with our linebacker choice this year. So I'm probably,
where's he from? Where's he from?
Dallas. Thanks for asking.
Where's he from? Where's he from?
Think that
Penn
Dallas.
State, Dave.
Dallas. I think that I probably undervalue these guys, but I've heard good things about Devin Lloyd, and you know, you can always get a run stopper and inside, and I'm not trying to ignore edge. I guess I just consider that more of a defensive lineman, but
no, that's good.
I don't know if that's a good answer or not.
Yes, we are going to do fantasy football again this year. I had a great time with it. We're going to do it back to back. It'll be a lot of fun. Dave, anybody jumping off the list there? I'm telling you, watch out for this kid Lloyd. I'm
with you. Nothing's really jumping out, but I mean, dude, again, you got Dean from Georgia. Georgia's been putting out some good linebackers recently. Really nothing a ton to add on this one. For sure.
If you're watching tonight and hanging out with the boys here, our guest in with us tonight is Dave from Brandy and Dave. Moderators are dropping his link throughout the night for him. Myers and the Mouse in the middle, my broadcasting partner, along with Dole Whip Dad down in the retro screen. He is retro. We do have on our channel, just so you know, and my moderators can drop, we have a Discord. It is basically a giant community chat list is what it's called. Giant community chat room. But there's a lot more to it. It's like a chat room on Nitro. We would love for you to come over there and talk football, NFL. We talk Major League Baseball. We talk hockey. We talk Disney. We talk a lot of stuff over there. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Come on over there and check it out on our Discord. Gonzo says, I like Muma. Wow. 142 tackles, 8 for a loss, 3 interceptions. Okay, that's definitely not bad.
Those are some numbers, man. Those are some numbers.
Some numbers, you know. If you know, regardless, I don't care where you play, what division, it's still college football. You got to step up here. All right, we got a couple more positions we're going to look at here. Couple more positions. I love this one. Offensive tackles. They make the run happen. They don't get a lot of love. I loved some of the names in here. Honestly, flat out, I'm not as high on the offensive tackles educated wise because I haven't studied them yet for the draft. But I figured I'd bring it up to the boys and see, hey, what you think. You got Neal out of Alabama. You got Cross. You got Ekwonu. You got Penning. And you got Harris. So you got some good ones there, according to what the ratings are from what I've seen. So I don't know. Any of those jump off? We'll start with Kelly on this one. Any of them jump off the list to you there?
Honestly, no. I mean, it's not something I'll be honest with you. I haven't really dug into the defensive tackles this time. No one's screaming at me or anything. What about you, Jeff?
I have looked at the O-line, and I think that there's 3 of the top 5 picks in the draft right here, and they're Neal and Cross, and I'm not even going to try to screw up the NC State kid's name. I think that all three of them are in the top 5 or the top 6. I've got on my little very first mock draft, I only went to 211. I've got the kid from NC State at 3. I've got Neal at 4, and I've got Cross at 6.
Wow.
So that would be 3 of the top 6 in the entire freaking draft. Now again, this is a work in progress and it's brand new, but I think it's here's the other thing too. Like I was saying with the linebackers and even the D linemen, I'll say the exact opposite for the O lineman. You get a good left tackle, you get a good left guard, and you put him there for 10 years, 8 years. That is a hugely valuable choice. So I think I wish one of these 3 would drop to one of my teams, but none of them will. And I don't know Penning and Raymond. I just haven't done that much research yet.
Yeah, it's interesting all their cross here. Dave, top 5
Neal
on the offensive lineman. They make the run go.
Yeah, Neal's solid left tackle. I mean, there are several teams that are in need. One of them being black and gold. Could use a solid. It's a rebuilding year. Can we get Mitchell Trubisky so we go 3-14?
First person to say that in like 5 years. Can we get Mitchell Trubisky?
I know, right? I mean, Bama's put out fantastic offensive linemen for years. He's the one that jumps out to me, and I will also not attempt to say the NC State offensive tackle's name.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Ikem Ekwonu.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Ekwan. I don't know.
Check it out. Jonathan Chung just dropped our Discord in there. Thank you, Jonathan Chung. Ken's getting a good laugh out of the name sounds there. So I want to thank my good friend over here at Precise Signs. Kelly, you've got a Precise sign coming up on your wall very shortly. I've seen pictures of it. It looks fantastic. If you don't know about him, you should. This guy's incredible. Check him out. If it's time to put your logo up in lights, well, there's only one place to go. It's Precise Signs, found here on YouTube. You can see them on this video, creating the Viapre Project logo up in lights. It's time to put your logo up in lights behind you on the wall. Found on Instagram at Precise Signs for you. There's nobody better than Marlon to put your name up in lights. You want to see it on the marquee? It's time to be precise with Precise Signs. All right, let's hit these top 5. This one is a good one here. I'm really excited about this. It's your running backs. It's Breece Hall, Kenny Walker. I got some ideas here. Spiller, Williams, and Cook. I like all 5 of them. I'm going to start out with Dole Whip Dad. Let's go to you first. What are you thinking?
I don't want to be position, but I don't know that any of them. I mean, am I missing something? I don't think any of them are going to be top 10. I guess it depends on what we're talking about. In my mind, I know you didn't say to do this. In my mind, I'm thinking about the top of the first round. Right or wrong, that's where my brain was for the show. And I don't see any of them being that. Now, that said, you could get value. If you're getting them in the 3rd round, the 4th round, and you're getting a stud, that's the way to draft running backs, in my opinion. They don't last as long. Like, again, the O-line, you get a good one, they're going to last for 8 years, 9 years. Good running back, probably not going to be around in 5. So for me, the top of the draft, I wouldn't be going for any of these guys. That said, I mean, they're all going to have good careers. I mean, they're solid ball players, obviously. Okay. Kelly, your thoughts? Oh, I should say hello. Duke came in. What's up, Duke? Good to see you. And Roger Sports Talk, big Green Bay fans. Good to see you guys. And Kelly, running backs, these are some of the top 5 out there. What are you thinking?
I agree with you. I don't see anything hitting early with running backs. I mean, if anything, they're looking for dynamics. And I don't think anybody in here is going to be that blow away, can't stop him. You know, most of the teams that already have a pretty strong running game have got the O-line set to be able to have the really great running back running. So
I think Walker is the highest rated. I think Walker's like in the 40s, and I think he's the highest rated this year. I mean, again, it's early. And maybe I'm missing somebody, but
Walker's going to be a steal.
All right, let's talk about him, Dave.
Do you think he'll be a first rounder?
Absolute steal.
I agree.
Wherever he goes, whether you're saying he's 35 to 45 or whatever, kid's going to be a steal. He runs downhill. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Kelly. Sorry.
But can you get him what he needs to make the holes he needs?
Gonna depend
depends
on
what team he's going on. The
Yeah.
kid runs
That's
downhill.
that's my point.
But he also played for
mean-
Michigan State. They don't have a stellar Alabama offensive line. They're a
No.
mediocre team. Kid, he ran well his entire season.
Yes.
And dude's gonna be a steal somewhere. And even if he's not a factor year one, he will be at some point.
Okay, I like
Is
it.
he a
It's gonna
first
make him
rounder?
a steal.
No, he's not a first rounder. That's what I'm saying.
That's
If
what I'm saying.
he drops down to 35 or 45, he's a steal in the second
Still
round.
there.
He's a steal. Yeah,
Rogers
I
Sport
agree.
Talk. Hold on to your question till the end. We'll do a speed.
Rogers?
At the end, we'll do a speed round. You can ask your questions, and I'll get the DAS to give you a response. So hang tight on those.
He's a good guy. Good kid. He's gonna have a good channel.
I'm excited he's here watching with us. Here's what I'll say. I agree with Dave. Walker's an angry runner, but so is Breece Hall. I watched him
He's an
for
angry elf.
Iowa State, another one that didn't have a monster line. He ran angry. Cook and Spiller remind me kind of like a Cook in the NFL. They're gonna be quick. They're gonna be slashy. You know, are any of these guys first round? No. I think they're all high seconds, somewhere in there that they're gonna go. And I think 4 of the 5. The only one, Williams, I'm with Notre Dame. I mean, I watched him. I wasn't as overly impressed, but 4 of those 5, I'm definitely impressed with. I would love to see my Ravens get a hand on somebody. If we can get our running backs going, that would be a good thing. But we'll see. We'll see how that all goes. So I know Kelly would love to have one. I love the running backs, but we're going to get with Dave because Dave's got his favorite position coming up now. I'm excited. Oh, no. Here we go. Omaha can only mean one thing. It's been an audible has been called. He comes in when he wants. He floats like a butterfly. He stings like Drano. It's our good friend. It is Gene Fitzmagic. He's coming in and calling audible. Look, Brandy and Dave's yelling out Omaha, Omaha. I love it.
Omaha!
I've never been told I stink like Drano, but I'll take it. Anything I can get.
Solid.
Guys, huge stuff this week in the NFL. A lot of quarterback movement. So curious, Aaron Rodgers agrees to a 4-year, $200 million contract, $153 million guaranteed. My question is this: is he worth it? And how many championships does he need to bring back to Green Bay to be worth that kind of a deal?
Oh, I like.
Good question.
Well, you know what? It's a quarterback question. I'm not going to let you go first, Kelly, this time, unless you need to. Do you need to go first? I was going to go to Dave. It's a quarterback question.
I was just answering, but go ahead.
Okay.
Dave, you're the guest. What do you got?
The amount of championships he needs to bring back to make $153 million guaranteed up to $200 million would be 4.
Oh,
he better win 4.
Ooh, wow.
I'm being brutal on this one because the dude basically read the riot act to Green Bay in general and then re-signs with them. So it's all about the money at this point. And it is what it is. Would have liked to see him in black and gold, but he'll stay in that ugly green and gold. But
wow, 4.
I think this is a me situation, not a we situation. He's going to win 0.
If they didn't have him, they'd have Jordan Love. That would be the we situation.
Well, but here's the deal. Look, you don't go from a top tier quarterback to another top tier quarterback. Look at New England.
Correct.
Look at what's going on in Pittsburgh. You are not set up ever to go back to back.
Unless you have Aaron Rodgers waiting in the wings like they did.
Yeah, exactly. But they drafted him 4 years prior to it, and he was chilling, bro.
I'm saying it's that rare. It's him.
Honestly, New England screwed up because they had Jimmy G waiting in the wings.
I agree with that, too. I got a strong opinion, but Kelly was talking
I'm going to go with Kelly next, and then Jeff. This is a great
That is
audible.
my strong opinion.
I love this audible that's called Tonight Magic. Gene Fitzmagic is bringing the magic with an audible. Kelly, you've got everybody fired up. I know you got something to go. Let's hear it.
For all the crap that he has put out lately, he has to win at least one Super Bowl to make any of this worth it. Period.
Okay.
And he's not gonna. and he's not gonna.
That I love to hear. That makes me happy.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Yeah,
Dole Whip Dad, first off, welcome in Nick H. Good to see you, buddy. Dole Whip Dad, what are you thinking here? Rodgers. It's not
What I'm thinking is
Stacy.
Gene.
It's not Stacy you're talking about. It's Aaron, just to make sure.
Gene, good stuff. I love it. I love there's a bunch of Green Bay fans in the chat, and I don't know if they're gonna agree with me or not. Dave, I love all your takes but one tonight. This one. You know what he has to win?
Okay.
None. It's already a win for them. It would have been a disaster PR. It would have been a disaster on the field. It would have been a disaster in totality had they left him. He showed them his two middle fingers, and had he walked to go to Jeopardy, had he walked to go to San Francisco, had he walked to go to Denver, it would have been the end of Green Bay's playoff run for sure. I think even if he never gets an NFC championship again, this was the right move. And hold on, I see your hands, but I'm going to talk longer. $200 million is nothing over 4 years for Aaron freaking Rodgers. And I don't think he'll win anything, and I'm happy about it. And most importantly, Des caught the ball. I'll shut up. Probably not.
All right, before I go to Gene, Kelly's got another one. Go ahead, Kelly.
Wait, come on.
I love how I made him raise their hand, though.
Come on, really.
Well, I'm raising my hand for the chat.
Let's be honest. Okay, yes, he's Aaron Rodgers. Okay, I give him props. I give him respect. Obviously, I can't deny that, right? But
also not Jordan Love.
But,
I mean, as important, he's not Jordan Love.
Was he going to get paid that from another team that was going to take a chance on him?
Yes.
And would he have gotten 4 years?
I can't know that, but I think probably yes.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that one
I disagree. I don't think so. I think it was questionable. This was his safe bet, was to eat a little crow, sign back on the dotted line, take the money they gave him, and just stick with it.
I love
Eat
it.
a little
Okay.
crow.
It's gone from a PR nightmare to a PR nightmare. What happens when he's 6 weeks in and they're freaking 4-2 or 3-3?
What he'll say is, everybody calm down, which he says every year.
In the quote unquote,
spell out relax again.
Exactly.
Only LA, San Francisco, and Dallas are powerhouses. None of them are powerhouses. No one in the NFC is a powerhouse. You kidding me? Sorry, Rogers. Or Rod, yeah, Mr. Sports Talk. But anyway,
me and Ken were talking about this last night on my show. I have a theory that when we get to big dollars, the hot take seems to be to think it's horrible. The Packers aren't so stupid that they're paying him $200 million and going to lose it. They would have lost money not keeping him. That would have been the losing financial position. And on the field.
That's not the issue. Why are you re-signing someone for 4 years with $153 million guaranteed? Yes, the cap doesn't take as big of a hit, but for real, This is like the Steelers extending Roethlisberger for 4 years.
If it was a tight end, I would agree with you. Long-term contracts in the NFL are stupid except for left tackles and quarterbacks.
Okay. Well, here's what I know. We got
Dude will be traded to Arizona by the end of 2024.
Oh, wow. Gee, you called an audible. It's a good one. You got the whole day is fired up. Wow! Tell me what you're thinking.
I don't think it's worth it. And I know where it helps the cap this year. I understand that. But eventually, over the course of a possibly a 50 per year a type of contract, it definitely is going to take a toll on building a team with the salary cap eventually. Every team prints money. I mean, the lousiest, poorest team in the NFL still prints money. So even for this, it's not a big deal. But here's my thing. I'm tired of the Aaron Rodgers antics. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to be here. This place they don't respect me. They don't let me have any input on the draft or on free agencies. But you signed for a ton of money before they had anything to do with proving it in the draft and the free agency. But now you want to sign for the money. You were always about the money. We're not dumb. As fans, we're not dumb. Green Bay's not dumb. They just realized it's cheaper to keep her. It's a lot of money, but let's at least have him here. We don't want to see him go finish his career somewhere else. The way Favre kind of tarnished that whole thing. Let's keep him here. It's going to cost us more money. And when we don't win any Super Bowls about it, we're not going to look so bad because we tried to keep our hometown boy. He didn't get it done. He's the leader. He's the quarterback. But he also said, "I need input on all these moves." How much input can you have when you're taking a $50 million cut out of the salary cap? And they didn't even get to prove that they're going to do what he wants to do in free agency or the draft because it hasn't even happened yet. So I think he's a fraud. I didn't like when he did the whole lying about the vax thing. Get vaxxed or don't get vaxxed. That's your prerogative. But you lied. You know you lied. You know you were a sneak. If you didn't want to do it, that's fine. But
no relevance, no relevance at all. It
That's
means
no
nothing.
relevance to this. That's a whole other conversation.
Listen, Gene,
I just think he's a. I'm
somebody.
going to go on the limb and say I think Aaron Rodgers is a mutt. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
It's not even about this contract. I just think he's always been a me first kind of guy. Ever since he felt like
You're hiding your feelings strongly.
Dropping a mic. Wow.
Gene, can you
I'll
tell
tell
me
you what you can you tell me how you really feel?
Is there anybody here who thinks that if they let A-Rod go, they're in the NFC Championship in the next 4 years? No is the answer. Tell me I'm wrong.
but I don't think they get past
There's no fight.
Because they're not going to be able to get anybody, and they're not going to be able to fill the team out the way they need to. He was all about team, and now you just
have
exactly the ability to have flexibility.
As not winning without him. I mean, you're saying because that they're not going to win. So if you're right, you're saying they're not going to win with him. So I don't agree. But if you're right, you're saying for sure they're not going to win without him, and they're probably not going to win with him. Sell the jerseys then. I don't agree with it.
They haven't been to the Super Bowl since
I get that
2011?
Jordan Love ain't going there except for buying a ticket.
Whenever they beat the Steelers, that's the last time he's been there, and it's been a decade, guaranteed.
Is Jordan Love taking anybody there besides his girlfriend on a ticket? No.
No,
Jordan Love's going to be. I don't think he's going to be here. I think he'll probably be playing for the Giants next year. Go to that dumpster fire.
Go with them either. How about that?
Mitch Trubisky would have been a better pay.
All right, I love this interaction. I think we're going to revisit this again. I'm bringing this topic back again next week. We're going to start 2011 because we could go all night.
Every week.
I love it. It's a great one. Gene comes in.
I don't even like A-Rod, by the way. Why am I the defender of A-Rod? What happened to my life?
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
I'm lost on that.
I don't even like the guy.
Kelly just sent me a text. What's going on? Something's wrong with Jeff. Listen, here's a great thing. FPE Network is where Gene can be found. He's the face of the network over there. Great content. If you like Disney, that's the place to be. They also have a sports network that they're opening, doing live hockey chat on 10 o'clock. It's a show just like this, but with hockey. Our good friend in front of us there in red, I don't think I'm letting a cat out of a bag, Dole Whip Dad, will be having a baseball show over on the FP Sports Network.
I heard a rumor.
That's coming. That's coming. Gino, tell us, what do you got going on tonight over there before you drop your trivia question and roll?
Maddie B won't be my partner tonight. She's off for her fiance's birthday, but we have Joey D as my co-host today.
That's crap.
And I'm sorry, man. I should have asked you first, but I apologize. But
no,
we do have.
I meant Maddie leaving for her fiance's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Well,
but we do have a special guest in the house. Mr. Dole Whip Dad will be in the house a little bit later this evening to say hello. So he'll be in.
That true meaning.
Doing tonight, Jeff?
I don't think I will be able to. I got an invite, but I've got my own show tonight too, so I don't know how I pull it off.
Oh, see how he does?
I'm going to tell you.
He accepts the
If
invite.
he shows up, that is the true.
No, I didn't respond. I was doing something.
Yes.
Well, if Gene
Hey,
comes
send me the link.
We've been dropping Gene.
You got it.
For the FP Network, for his show, for everything for Gene. He's incredibly powerful on Instagram. 40-some thousand people love him.
We're at 50 now,
You're
Pete.
at 50. You crossed 50.
Yep.
50,000.
Just hit 50 last week.
Following Gene over on Instagram. We love that he's a part of this channel. He's a major part of this channel. You're going to see him every week here with his audible he calls, but he always leaves us with a trivia question to stump the day. Yes, David?
All right, I just want you to know that Brandy walked in here and said, does she need to separate me and whoever I'm yelling at?
Who are you yelling at?
It's me, and we'll be fine.
Whoever it was, the answer is yes, Brandy.
Yeah, you're yelling at me. Go ahead, you're yelling. What do you got for us this week, Fitzmagic?
All right, well, guys, this Rodgers move created a lot of waves in the NFL, including partly probably the reason that Russell Wilson was traded when he did. And now, here's a cool little trivia question. There have been 8 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks that were eventually traded. Russell Wilson was the last one, going from Seattle to Denver. Yep. Who was the first quarterback to be traded after winning a Super Bowl earlier in his career? And which of the 2 teams involved?
Ooh, good trivia question. So, first quarterback to be traded after winning a Super Bowl earlier in his career, and which teams were involved? We're talking about NFL history. I'd be curious to see who can get it. If
Do
you
we
got
blurt it out, or do we get called on, or how does it
raise
work?
your hand. Throw your hand up. Let me know if you got a guess. We'll move it around the dais. We'll see if you can get it. Go ahead, Jeff.
Namath to the Rams?
Very close. That was the second
Nick,
one.
We got the way we're doing it, Gene. Ready?
The second one?
Oh,
No.
my bad.
No. Next
Sorry.
guess. If somebody in chat gets it before the dais, David, Kelly?
No, I'm just looking at the Jeff put his paw.
I
back
thought it
up.
was
Go
more
ahead, Jeff.
recent than that, and I'm like, whew, Nick, like that was a long time ago.
No. Nick, no. Duke says Montana.
It wasn't Montana.
No, he said
Jay
Namath was the second
Sanudo
one.
says Unitas.
It doesn't matter how it makes you feel.
Unitas is the answer. Jay
Unitas.
Sanudo comes through. Question is, do you remember where he went?
I should have got that one, right?
You should have gotten
Yeah.
it.
I kind of thought you had it when
Darn it.
from Baltimore to San Diego, and yep, that was the first time a Super Bowl quarterback was traded. And you want to hear an odd little note: 8 trades, 6 of those trades throughout the history have all included. 6 of those trades have included a Western team.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Yep.
Go West.
they wanna go to the coast.
An AFC West, an AFC West team.
Okay.
Chargers
Interesting.
did that one. They did a couple of them. The Rams had with Namath.
I thought I had it with Namath. I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, you were close. So good.
It was
Gene
close.
Fitzmagic, everybody. He'll see him every week in here. He calls the audible whenever he feels like calling it. I hate that I don't have control
Good stuff,
over
buddy.
my own show. I love the fact that you come in. Your trivia is great. He is live, top of the hour, 9 o'clock, over the FD network.
I'll try to pop in, but I don't know if it'll work on time, but whatever. We'll
You're
talk.
breaking my heart, Jeff. You're breaking my heart.
I mean, it won't be the first time.
I'm a partner. I don't even get invited.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
I won't be the
Gene
last time.
Fitzmagic, everybody. Check it out. Thank you, Gino, for coming in.
Adios, fellas.
buddy.
I'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Later.
Let's jump over to the
All right.
next topic here. Brandy and Dave's. Dave, or maybe Brandy from the other room, will be giving us their thoughts
I mean,
on these picks.
Actually, we should ask Brandy's thoughts on the quarterback draft class for 2022.
Pickett
Um,
or Willis. What are you thinking?
I never thought I would see another Pitt quarterback be at the top of a draft class board, which
When was the
just
last
goes
time?
to I would assume Dan Marino.
Marino.
No, I think he was the 4th of the. No.
I don't know. I'm not that old, nor do I care about Pitt. I think Pitt's a pilot.
He was their
Never mind.
4th in that first round.
Pitt's a pile of what it rhymes with. Any rate, it just goes to show how bad of a quarterback class this actually is. Kenny Pickett, I have small hands. He's a carny. He's small hands. Dude, I love it. I love the blue and gold to black and gold narrative. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, for all of the people that want it to happen. I mean, it's not. I think the Steelers make a move in the next week or so and get Mitchell Trubisky in, go 3-14, and then draft a real quarterback next year.
Trubisky? That's your 3rd Trubisky reference tonight.
It is.
We're
It
gonna
is.
do
Well,
a
after as much as Aaron Rodgers goes somewhere for the money, and it's all about me. I would be fine with him playing for the black and gold for a couple years until they have an opportunity to draft someone. But with him staying there, Wilson going places, I think the Steelers are going to grab something. But out of all of this, I mean, it's a pretty lax class when a Pitt quarterback is on top of it. And
The Penn State Pitt.
oh yeah,
rivalry coming
forever.
alive.
It could, the Pitt could win. And this is by far pie in the sky for every Pitt fan ever. They could potentially win a national championship. Never.
We'll see. Kelly, do you not like Pickett with his small hands, or do you like Matt?
No, Pickett's fine. He's okay. I mean,
Here's my deal.
He's a prototypical quarterback, but he's not getting any love outside of the fact. Like, how do you go from this dude is a Heisman contender to he's all right when it comes to the NFL? Like, I never got that transition.
Kelly,
Well, I mean, Heisman and NFL. I mean, Tebow. Heisman and NFL aren't necessarily related.
True.
Tebow
Welcome
didn't
in-
know how to throw a ball. He still doesn't.
Yes,
tried to play
one of the great
baseball.
college football players of all time.
Kelly's waiting for his chance to have
Because
a-
he was 6'7", 430 pounds. And dude, did you just see him on TikTok? He repped 225 31 times. And he's
No,
30
I'm not-
whatever.
He's a beast. He's amazing.
He is
That guy is such an athlete. It's crazy.
man amongst boys. He is an athlete for sure. And he should have, if we're talking Tebow, dude should have, like, I don't know, ate a little bit of crow and decided that tight end was his position, and he was the next Ron Gronkowski.
I'd like to
He
point
did, but he
out-
did it 10 years too late.
Exactly.
I'd like to point
Out
out.
the gate.
I'd like to point
I
out.
agree.
I just got this text message from Kelly.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Go ahead, Kelly. You're up.
All right, Kelly, you're up.
Mark my words, Willis, that's the guy you need to watch. Somebody was asking earlier if Falcons were going to go for a quarterback. They're going to go for a quarterback because they got that number 8 draft pick. They're going to go for Pickett, and I think it's going to be a mistake because I think he's going to be a no-show in the end. Willis is the one you need to be picking.
And hey, look, as a Ben Roethlisberger fan, obviously, when you look at
Who?
Yeah, I know. When you look sorry, I just saw Gonzo's face pop up in front of me and it kind of freaked me out. My bad. Like not
I've
because it
been
was
there
Gonzo.
before.
I was like, there's a face here. I'm like, what's going on?
Gonzo!
Like, is he here?
Too bad it was like,
Historically, there have not been a boatload of quarterbacks that go in the first round that do extremely well. It's just been that way. Let's talk Ryan Leaf. So I am with you, Kelly.
Okay.
I am with you. And if they do go in the first round and they're from some off like Liberty, dude, like Liberty.
no, different Liberty.
Not a sponsor. Hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Helping us.
But yeah, dude, I'm with you, man.
All right, let's. That's some interesting. I love the discussion. Love the chat. We'll see how when the draft gets closer, we're gonna dig into these quarterbacks a lot.
Pete's
more.
like, what did these guys even talk about for quarterbacks? We're off the actual like.
All this defensive
Stat-
line talking. I ain't gonna say a freaking word about the quarterbacks. Whatever.
All right, go for it.
Let's jump over here. Let's talk about this one. 2022 NFL International Games. I want your thoughts. They've really expanded. They're going to Germany. They're going to Mexico. They're going 3 times back to London. Dave, your hand is up. Horseshack, you can go first.
All
I
right,
love
so here's where we're at. 3 games in
Apparently
London.
Mexico and
This
England.
is 3 games in London. This is again a push. They won a franchise in Europe in the NFL. London seems to be the spot. Here's where I'm at. Jacksonville needs to relocate. They need to relocate to London. They need to move Miami from the AFC East to the AFC South, and then move the new London team to the AFC East. And they need to be called the England Redcoats and only play the New England Patriots for 16 games straight.
I love it. Dave, I want that as a TikTok. You need to cut that for me, right?
All right, I will. So, but here's the deal. For sure, that is on their list. They're attempting to expand outside of the U.S. They could logistically make it happen where you play 4 games in England, 4 games in the U.S., 4 games back and forth. You could do it. I like the fact that they do this. I think it's great. I think it's good for the NFL and it's good for the we're just not American football, right? Because there are fans all over the world. Let's do it. Game in Germany is huge. And I say the whole move Jacksonville to London tongue in cheek, but it could be a real thing.
Yeah.
But even more so, when they tried the NFL Europe about 20 years ago, they didn't have the fan base. What's really, really smart of them is if they spend the next 10 years building a fan base for the NFL and then drop 10 teams in Europe as its own league, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it is
And
broke.
Roger Goodell isn't that smart.
That's true. Well, he won't be there.
But his marketing people are.
His
So
marketing people,
I think it's a really, really smart move.
All right, Kelly, your thoughts? Are you going to Germany to see or Mexico to see a game? Where are you going? Are you fleeing to Mexico to see the Cardinals?
I'm not going anywhere out of the country to see it. Okay, so this is going to probably be an unfavorable opinion. It is the American Football League.
It's a national.
Stay
football
home.
league.
Stay home. Well, that's the nation, national, American,
Do you hate
Stay
the Blue
home.
Jays?
I do.
Who are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Those little things out my window make a whole lot of noise. And I'm sorry. I think our job is not to grow in that aspect. It takes away from home field advantage. It takes away from the opportunity for someone to see a game. Season ticket holders, what do you get from it?
Watching
It's
on
an away game for both of them.
You get to watch it on TV.
But they
You
still
paid for
have
that,
8 home games.
right?
But those are both considered an away game. They still have 8 home
Both
games.
teams. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But I
have a
just,
strong opinion here.
Wait, Jeff
Why?
has a strong opinion?
And here's the
First
next
time.
thing. I wouldn't be sending any of my players to Europe right now.
Well, agreed.
Okay.
Okay, go, Jeff.
Jeff, you're
So
up.
I'm glad it's not the Chargers or the Cowboys because every team that has to go there is getting screwed. Number 2, why do we hate the players, Major League Baseball or Aaron Rodgers in the football, when they're going after money? But when the owners go after a purely money play, I don't even understand why we take the owner's position every freaking time. I hate they're playing in Europe. Now, I liked what Dave said. If you do NFL, we got USFL. They're stealing the old USFL's name. You do NFL Europe, you build up the fan base, you sell all kinds of merch, you build up a ton of fans, and they all become Jets fans and Giants fans and all that. That's good for the game. But sending who we got, Green Bay and New Orleans and Jacksonville and whoever else
The Bucs
away
and- Bucs
across
and-
the pond screws every single one of the teams.
Okay. Look, if you're
I hate
watching
it.
today and you're watching live, you're in the chat, leave a comment on the video. Down in the comment section, leave a comment. If you're watching on the replay, leave a comment. You don't agree with what they're saying, leave a comment. Go quick. We got to
Can
get going. I want to get done here by 9:15.
No geography talk. Jason Udo, Detroit, I swear, is in America. I swear.
Okay.
I
Kelly,
mean,
you're up.
barely.
When's the last time any of you all took a 12, 13, 14-hour flight somewhere?
It's horrible.
I
My wife
agree.
doesn't let me drink anymore.
Yeah, it's not easy. That's not easy. On
I'm
the
not
podcast.
talking about a beer flight at Epcot, Jeff. I'm talking about an airplane.
All right, let's
Then
start
never.
with Jeff on this one. We had breaking news this week. The NFL suspends Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley for the entire season for betting on games. Jeff, your thoughts?
What a mental freaking midget. You've got to be kidding me. We talked about this last night on my show. If you are taking a break, so he wasn't injured, he was taking a mental health break, a couple weeks worth of it. Now, I don't want to make fun of somebody who's got their head not on straight. You got to get your head on straight, do what you need to do. But when you're out there having a mental health break, you're leaving your team for a mental freaking health break, and you go and gamble on the sport that you're a part of, you're too stupid to spell the NFL. I can't believe how dumb this is. If I was the Falcons, I would cut his ASS and be done with him. And I know how good he is. This is so dumb. I can't imagine why the Falcons didn't have somebody in his corner. He had to know this. Me and Ken were talking about this last night. If he knew this and he just did it anyway, you're a freaking idiot. If you didn't know you weren't allowed to do this, you're a freaking idiot. I can't understand how people are this stupid.
Yeah, I agree. Anthony Greenlee, welcome in. The chat has been on fire. We've been
It has.
highlighting your comments up top. You guys have been phenomenal tonight. Keep hitting it up. Let's go up to Dave. Dave, your thoughts on this one?
He's an idiot.
There you go. There you have it.
Make a fake account if you want to bet on FanDuel. I mean, for
I know
real.
that too. Like, right. I didn't even go
Have
there.
your buddy do it. Give him $100K. Like who? Like you're. This is the same thing as NFL players driving drunk and getting caught
Yeah.
smoking. Don't
Yeah.
do it. it's understood that you probably do in some capacity. You are a human being. I get it. But
After the fact, he
heck,
goes on
man.
Instagram and he tells the world, "Oh, I only did it for 15,000 or whatever he said."
Who
As if-
cares?
But my point is, even after he got caught and suspended, he's still saying, "I don't understand why everybody's mad at me."
Well, I agree.
Cool.
Kelly, Calvin Ridley, are you betting on him this year?
So I can't put it any better. He's an idiot. I mean, come on. If I go to work and I do something that they go, don't do that, and I do it, I should expect to be fired. I should not go, why's everybody mad at me? Oh, poor me. Don't get me started on that society.
Yeah.
It frustrates me, folks.
And again, he was
If you
already
do
taking a
wrong,
break. Like,
Period.
I think-
Here's
I don't think he
what
wants to
I'm
play.
going to summarize this really easy.
Yes, Tenuto.
Play silly games, win silly prizes. Period.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Great feedback, everybody. Love it. Let's go to our next topic. Bengals, Evan McPherson getting chastised everywhere. Kelly will start this one. He was out during the Super Bowl while his team was in talking everything over. He was out watching the Super Bowl halftime show. Kelly, what do you think? Is McPherson nuts for out there? He had to see Jay-Z or whatever? I don't know.
Jay-Z.
Either you're engaged or you're not engaged. Obviously, he's not engaged. Needs to be cut and let go.
It's like pregnant or not pregnant.
Yeah. You can't be kind of dead or sort of pregnant. It doesn't work that way. You either are or you're not. He's not. Go.
Okay. Showtime says, did he have beer and wings too? I don't know if he did. Let's go. We'll go to Dave second on this one. Leave Jeff the last one here.
So Adam Sandler wrote a song about 20 years ago called The Lonesome Kicker.
Yeah.
I love Adam Sandler.
And honestly, that's what this is. Because if he has
I'm gonna
any
write it
input
down.
or they have any input to him as the kicker, Kelly, I get what you're saying. You're engaged or you're not. He's the place kicker, dude. If that's what he's got to do to get his head in a spot that he's going to be able to be put in a position to kick a winning field goal at the Super Bowl, cool. My only question to him was, were you as disappointed with the fact that they had an opportunity to make it the best halftime show ever and decided to not put Dre and Eminem in a song together at all?
We
Just
made a
saying.
left turn there somewhere.
We'll leave that one alone. I'm not getting into the music side.
All of a sudden, 50
Dad,
cents
you're
upside
up.
down.
Furious.
I just don't know why 50 cents upside down. Can somebody explain it to me? I actually had
was
that
it-
question in my
by the way.
chat. I was just kidding. I know what it was. He's a kicker, so nobody here really thinks he's a football player. They're barely people, so I'm not.
That's not true, but okay.
Wow.
I don't
Okay,
care.
I love
what
it.
kickers-
If you don't think McPherson should be playing, put it into the comments section. Light up the comments. Let's see what we got. Let's go over here. Uh-oh. There's big news, ladies and gentlemen. There's a gunslinger in Colorado now. He's not there for what they're growing. He's there for what he's showing, and that's an arm to take him up. Let's start with Kelly on this one. Russell Wilson has taken off. He is now a Denver Bronco. Here's the trade details. Tell me what you're thinking. Yeah, Kel.
2
Kel.
years.
2 years.
And then my division, y'all ain't going to be able to touch nothing over here. It's going to be brutal.
You guys are going to beat the snot out of each other.
Yeah, but look at the strength of this division.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You bringing him in, it's going to get ugly. Y'all ain't going to want to play over here.
Yeah. Go with Dad. The Broncos sent Wilson in a 4th-round pick for Drew Luck and a whole lot of others. What are you thinking?
I think that there's a chance that this trade goes down as the best or worst trade since Herschel. We talked about this last night on the show too. I think that 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks is a ton. I don't think Denver's going to win with them. They certainly are going to be better this year than they would have been otherwise. So I'm a little worried about him this year, being a Chargers fan. And I did say last week without you here, KC comes in last place if A-Rod ends up in Denver. I don't think that with Russell Wilson. I still think KC comes in third place this year, but that's for a future Inside the Huddle.
Yeah, we'll get to another week.
Yeah, but I think Seattle's going to love this trade and Denver's going to hate this trade in a few years, in my never so humble opinion.
Okay. All right, Kelly, what are you trying to do?
I agree, Duke.
I'm trying to turn that for the button on his TV.
No,
My mute
won't go off.
We didn't have mutes in 1973. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we did. It
Dave,
was called me.
did Seattle give away the farm to get one player?
You mean, yeah, Denver gave away more than the farm, potentially the farm, the cows, the
Give away
barn,
Yellowstone,
which is not in Colorado,
but it's a big
Wyoming
thing.
It's a big thing. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. I think Seattle needed a quarterback, and now they have one, but they also can't pick until like the 8th round of the draft.
Yeah, Drew Luck. I don't know what he'll do. We'll see what Fant does. It's a lot of picks. It's a lot of picks to give it.
It's the picks that are the issue.
Yeah,
I mean,
first and 2 second. Woo.
The key will be watching the future drafts and see what happens. All right, let's talk about this one. Joe Dad will go first. Carson Wentz is on the road again. He's not with Willie Nelson. He's with the Commandos, as Jeff calls them. Big trade up there. Commandos jumped on Super Bowl odds. Tell me your thoughts on this one.
Oh, I love the graphic. I don't have to say anything. Just look at the graphic. Hatbox Ghost, where you at? So he came in my chat last night, and he actually sent me a note today saying, I can't believe you didn't crush me when you came in your chat. I was just being nice. You're a nice guy, and I felt bad for you. Carson Wentz is done. There is no chance he takes anyone to Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The guy's not that good. I think that as a Cowboys fan, I'm glad Wentz is in Washington for at least a year. This will be the last year anybody gives him a starting job. He'll be a backup forever.
I like it.
Period.
All right. I like it. Welcome to Mr. Summer Obi. Great to see you. Hawk the Fam James. Great to see you as well. Dave, what are you thinking? Commandos. Yep. Are they wearing them too tight?
Well,
I hate it when that.
Right. Ryan Tannehill floated around the league for 10 years before he got to a spot where he actually had impact. Carson Wentz is probably going to do the same thing. I don't think this is the spot that it's going to happen, though.
You think he gets another chance after this?
Oh, of course.
Oof.
Interesting. Kelly?
Look at the history of quote unquote journeyman quarterbacks who are
Tannehill was a stud. I've always loved Tannehill. Tannehill was
Fitzpatrick is the quintessential journeyman
who
has done well at a boatload. I think he's played for every team in the NFL.
Wentz has done bad for every team that Fitz has done good for.
He has.
Yeah, but Fitz has also done bad for every team he's done good for.
Kelly, give me yours.
I mean, he throws 5 interceptions one game and then 8 touchdowns the next. Like it's interesting.
I'm gonna start using this as my buzzer to control you guys. Kelly, you're up.
Well, that goes well with my TV. I like that.
There you go, Kelly.
Why? Just why?
Come on. Yeah, the graphic is perfect.
Is Wentz?
It is. It is.
Interesting. Okay.
So I'll just make it short. Why?
Nobody's winning that $6,000. That's for dang sure.
Washington's trying to do something. I mean, at least they're trying. They're not trying down a great avenue, but they're trying. You know, there. So we've already discussed that earlier in the show, David T.
Well, I'm just glad he went there, so now the Steelers can sign Haskins and call it a day, or they have Haskins. What am I talking about?
There you go. All right, last big topic of the day: breaking news. This happened literally right before the show started. Khalil Mack is heading over to the Chargers. Jeff, you're going last on this one. Kelly will go second because it's his division. I'll let Dave, our guest of the night, go first. Khalil Mack is going there. Dave, compensation is a 2nd rounder and a 6th rounder at 23. What do you think?
It's whatever. This falls under the whatever trades for me. I mean, I mean, as a Chargers fan, I'm sure it's fantastic. He's going to play well. He goes to a team that needs a lot.
Okay.
It's a good move, and it's not for a ton. second rounder. He's definitely worth that, and a sixth rounder next year. Whatever, right? I mean,
Rappaport thinks it's massive. I think that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, Ian Rappaport doesn't know anything about football.
I think I agree.
Hashtag listen to me and Rappaport.
Hashtag blue check mark on
There we
Twitter.
go. Kelly, is Mac gonna attack your quarterback? Tell me what you got going on.
Oh yeah. This is a trade that Kansas City needs to be worried about. Yeah, absolutely. This is a good trade. This is a good deal for them.
Okay. Go with Dad. It's your team. Are you beaming with glory? Are you charging the front, or are you running away? Scared.
With only love, I'm going to take a swing at Dave again. They need a lot. What they need is a defensive. They need help stopping the run. Khalil freaking Mack. I mean, he was out for he had the injury. I get it. He didn't play much of the year. He was plenty solid the years before that. Is he where he was? Of course not. This is a solid pick. Could we get him as a second round pick? No. Huh?
No, I just said Sanudo said he can't beat double teams, so he won't have to.
That's a good point.
I love this. I think that all they need is a little help stopping the run. I love this. I love it for the second. I couldn't care less about the sixth.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's not like earth shattering. Okay, cool. But we also don't play the AFC West every year, so
great point, Summer. All right, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Welcome,
exactly,
to Brownie. Thank you for coming in, Steve. I appreciate you. And Javi Berg is in here too, as well. Great to see you guys. All right,
Hawk's trying to make me explode in the chat.
I know they're doing a good job at it.
Here we go, Stillers.
I'm going to do a couple things real quick. When I come back here in just a second, have your questions ready. It's rapid fire time. Your questions for my chat, you throw them in there. I'll highlight the guys and get it from it. Want to remind everybody, hey, we're live every Thursday here, 8 o'clock Eastern time with this show. If you're brand new to it, hit that subscribe. Check out the guys that are in here, their channels. They're incredible creators in their own right on YouTube. We'll highlight them at the end. Their links have been in the chat all night, and their links are also in the description of the video. I want to highlight that coming up on the channel, April 16th, I am going to do the New Jersey Generals against the Birmingham Stallions, the USFL. It's football. I'm going to go over and check it out. We'll be doing it live here. You'll see many people that are featured here on this show when we do the live draft coverage. It'll be an open door that night. They can come in and out both nights. We're going to be live for both days, calling the draft here, giving you feedback. Can't wait for that. Remind everybody we have a channel Discord. You can come over there. You can talk football, baseball, hockey, Disney, all kind of stuff. It's a giant community platform. Think of it as a chat room on Nitro. It's just blowing up. We've got almost 200 people in there in just a short amount of time. Click the link. It's free. It's easy to figure out. If you need help, we'll be glad to do it. I want to remind everybody at the bottom of the hour, 9:30, I'll be going live. Carolina versus Virginia, the ACC tournament. If you're a Virginia or a Cavs fan or a college basketball fan, come back with me and hang out there. I would love for you to do that. Brandy and Dave, that's his channel. He's got the Steelers. Go with Dad. He's a Cowboys and Chargers fan. I got to rotate that. Kelly Myers of the Mouse, Kansas City Chiefs. Let's fire up these questions. Let's see what we got coming in here. Roger Sports Talk says, do you think Atlanta will most likely draft or sign a wide receiver or quarterback in the offseason? David, your thoughts?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Go with
Dad. I really have no opinion.
No opinion. He just says yes. He's going with it. Go with Dad. Let's see. Who's your top three centers right now, Go with Dad? Do you have, Sanudo wants to know, do you have one?
My top three centers, Jeff Cranny, who was my center my senior year, Matt Cooper, who was my center my junior year, and the third one, Julie Terrell, my girlfriend. I can't think. I don't know.
I was gonna say Dermani Dawson, Marquise Pouncey, and myself because that's what I played in high school and college.
There you go. I'll take those answers. Mr. Summer Obi, Kelly, he wants to know who's the early pick for 2022's worst to first place team. Is there one?
Ooh. Who's that for?
Worst to first?
Yeah. Is there one for this year coming? Is Denver a worst to first?
No. I don't see one this year.
Don't see one?
Jeff, what do you think? You look to have an opinion. You're smoking on it, but I can't think of one just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the standings who came in last in all the division. Nobody's popping in my head.
All right. Sanudo says, who's in the worst position with the cap right now? I'll tell you, my Ravens are struggling right there. That I know we're up at the top of the worst. We didn't have a lot. They've got to do some restructuring.
Been hearing that for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Menudo wants to know, Dave, who's the next surprise cut that's going to happen? Do you have one?
Aaron Rodgers.
I almost spit out my Pepsi on that one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I love it. I love the fast pace at the end. I think it's awesome.
I do too.
That we do that. Guys, let's sum things up here before we say goodbye and tie the knot on this whole thing. First, let's go down. Why is Kelly and Jeff switched? I got to fix that. Did that on purpose to see if you guys would even pay attention.
Look at that guy. What the heck am I next to?
Neither one of you were even.
I don't know, but it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
Neither one of you guys was even paying
Whatever. It's like a party for you. What are you talking about?
All right,
Hey,
Kelly, help us out first. Here, now I got you set up. Tell everybody a little bit about your channel, what you got going over there, please.
What have I got going on? Tuesday night, 6 p.m. live from the parks every week, and Saturday at 10 a.m. You want to know Disney, you want to ride rides, ride with Mama Mouse and I, Myers and the Mouse. And we've got a precise sign coming. It's on its way. We're excited about it. And we're going to do a surprise live stream to show you guys our newest addition to our studio when I get my studio back.
Nice. I love it. Go with Dad. You're here every week. What do you got going? You're going live right after this. You're talking baseball, football.
Yeah. I scheduled it for the hour. I'll probably go early because it looks like we're going to end a little earlier. Hashtag baseball is back. My favorite day of the year is either Christmas or opening day. We get all 162 games. I'm ecstatic about it. I was happily wrong. I didn't see it happening. And we're going to talk all about it. We're going to talk about the details as they come out, and a bunch of stuff has come out today. We're going to talk about free agents, where they're going to land, and we're going to talk about my Dodgers and why they're going to beat everyone, including the Chiefs, which doesn't even make sense because they're not even in the same league.
I love it. Go with Dad does creator talk as well. Go over, check out him. He'll be live right after this. My moderators, please drop the links for Myers and the Mouse and Dole with Dad there right now. He'll be over there talking about why Dez did drop that catch, according to Ken. That's what I hear.
Drop that catch. Exactly. He dropped the catch. That's exactly
Dave
right.
has been with us all night. He's been incredible. I love the engagement that you brought to the chat. Dave, what do you got going over there with Brandy and Dave?
Dropping a bunch of shorts on YouTube. We go live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. For now, but that's probably changing. We haven't really thrown that out there, but I will here. At any rate, we got that. Also, dissing that Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Shep and Steve, Irreverent Disney. If you're down to watch us talk in circles and stay off topic for 80% of the show, come watch that. A lot of fun. Have a good time doing that. Check us out on all these socials. Big push. If you want to go back and watch a replay of a stream, there was an absolute blast. I was on Jeff's stream two Sundays ago. Creator Talk talking about vertical video. It was a really good one. Been working a lot with short form content on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and obviously TikTok. That's kind of where my focus has been. We will have a bunch of trip stuff coming up from either 2019 or 2021.
Love it.
One or the
guys, the last couple of weeks over on Dole Whip Dads, he's had two people that one who I know very well in Dave. I consider him a very
and one who's lying in chat right now about the death catch.
And the other one is Ken, who I've just met. You've had both of them on your channel the last couple of weeks talking about creator growth, and whether across multiple platforms. If you want to grow as a channel, check those guys out. Go over to Dole Whip Dads, listen to those channels, follow Dave, follow Ken, keep an eye on them. You'll see more of them here on this channel. I want to thank Gene for coming and doing his Audible tonight. He was absolutely incredible doing that. I love how he brings that magic in, comes in with a great trivia question. The topic tonight was on fire. We probably could have gone half more of the show on it, but I had to keep going to get all the news and topics in this week. I'd love for you to come back, share out this stream, let more people know that we're doing football. Tell them to come over and check us out. Hopefully, I'm going to get a TikTok or two out of this thing. I'm pretty excited. I'll figure out with Dave here right at the end. Welcome into Disney Baker. We'll talk about the Baker.
Disney.
We'll talk about Baker on Friday. We've got some major announcements tomorrow night for Disney. I can't wait. It's been a blast. If there's topics in the NFL that you're watching our show and you want me to talk about with the dais here, put them into the comments section. Let me know. Dave will be back. Dave is going to be.
I'll be back.
a regular consistent coming in. We're going to keep this show going live even through the year next year. I've talked with the boys, and when the season starts, we will cut this show to about a 45-minute show, and it will all be what's going on this weekend in the NFL. We'll talk about the games for that weekend. We'll keep here. We'll be here. Thanks for being here tonight. I really appreciate you. On behalf of incredible creators that I'm proud to do this show with, Myers and the Mouse, Dole Whip Dad, Brandy and Dave, Gene Fitzmagic, Mouse Talk, and Diz Our Dream, who have also been here before and are huge. And wait till you see who I got coming the next couple weeks. There's some awesome people. You don't have to stay here, but you got to go somewhere. Somebody once told me that. I don't know if it's true. Line down, Sight, Omaha. We're out of here.